watch it like I have, of course, watched. I usually watch the World Championship games because I think it's useful to have your kind of your pulse on the meta. As someone who does commentary, I need to kind of understand the meta and so on. And even by the way, last night, hello David, welcome back. After a quick jog to his car to collect some items for...
It was a jog most of the way there, I must add, so I'm tired out of breath, but then, I was helping out a good cause.
I've just been looking through the list that was given to me by Max, and it's fairly interesting. Well,
it's got both of us at heart here, hasn't it? With an A-Wing and a 2400.
Indeed, we have a 2400 Dash Rendor, as we've gone through before. Push the Limit, Arc Caster, Kanan Jarrus, Outrider, Engine Upgrade. Standard Dash, except for the Push the Limit, and not Heavy Laser Cannon, but an Arc Caster. Well,
most of the time, to be fair, actually, they do put Push the Limit on Dash, so you can make the use of his barrel rolling and boost around the asteroids.
Maybe today with Kanan Jarrus. Back in the day, I used to be VI Dash.
Yeah, I used to play... Actually, when I first started playing, I used to play Push Dash, but, it wasn't as good as it was back then, because it only had its green manoeuvres to de-stress on, but obviously now, you're having Kanan, it basically is every manoeuvre apart from its 4K turn.
We've got to see this. It, it does have a blue line on it now.
in an image.
See, that's going to be awkward, because... Does that mean they're going to release a reprint, and the reprint will have the blue line?
I think obviously, because in most of the ships you get your code, don't you? Your little thing. I can't see a reason why they say, send us that thing with your name and address, and we'll send you out a new one.
We've got Chris Turner on standby. Do you want him to come in here and join us for commentary?
Yeah, why not? It'll be nice because. We haven't had Chris in here to do some commentary.
We've not had Chris for a long time, and he's one of I've got two best mates. I've got David and I've got Chris. I've known Chris for a long time, and I know David through Chris, and I got David into X-Wing. I got both you guys into X-Wing actually. So, fun. But yeah, I love the fact that the article now has a blue line on it. Oh, FFG. Although the
original doesn't.
The spread doesn't have the blue line. So that has remained consistent at the very least.
At least one thing has remained consistent.
Yeah, although it is a gorgeous model. I mean that's with beauty shots and all that, but it still looks amazing in person as well.
Yeah. Obviously, from a point of view, not playing Epic, just those M3A, just because of the M3As. Part of it is making me want to go. I want to buy it. I want to get into it. I want to get it for that, but it's one of those things. I'm more than happy to obviously play regular games, but an Epic game, you need to kind of put it aside at least a whole afternoon to play. We did actually a couple of May 1st ago.
Yeah,
May the 4th to go.
We did, didn't we? Yeah, I remember that. We played that on May 4th. Yeah,
yeah, and that's the only Epic game I've ever played. So, it'd be nice to sort of play in an Epic tournament. I wonder what time frames you're going to give for rounds, though, because you can't give it an hour and 15 minutes, because an hour and 15 minutes could just be set up alone.
Yeah. Let's switch to the game cam, because they've probably already begun setup. There we go. Robin's getting his nice acrylic tokens out as we speak.
I actually went past the stand while I was at the UK Games Expo, where they were selling COGO 2 bits and pieces, like the stress tokens, focuses, evades.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to get some.
Can you go out and either get me the list from Robin, please? Because he's not sent it through to me yet. Again. Well, not yet sent it through. I don't know. But do you mind going out and getting it for me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Or at the very least, I will photo what is there.
Thank you. And collect Chris while you're there.
So I'm on list taking and collection.
And collection duties, yes. Overlay's a bit over the place tonight, people, as you can probably see. There's no border around the streaming booth cam, which I'll quickly fix. Unfortunately, we did have to change our overlay around a bit, so there are a few things that are missing. But the show must go on, and I can quickly fix that by just doing and done. Almost like it never was a problem. There we go. Cool. So, I actually thought not surprised to see that's going to be a rebel list, because with no cards in this game really being applicable to any Imperial. So if you're an Imperial player, as much as I would love to say buy this expansion, it's not really that worth it, if I'm honest. There's not really anything in the expansion that the Empire can use. So I'd give it a miss if I were you. But it is a gorgeous ship, and if you do play cross factions, which I do encourage people to play multiple factions, I do buy every single expansion. In fact, you guys probably saw my folder storage solution last night, where I have all my cards and base cards and the dial backs all in one folder. And oh, hello, what have we got here? Jarvel has posted the list in the chat to me. So you can actually see Jarvel's list by actually going to that link in the chat right now. So as you can see, everyone, if you're following along at home, once it's loading. If it wants to load. It's all going wrong tonight, it seems. Come on, be good.
Robin did send his list. It's in the chat a bit further up.
I see that. The problem is it's not really going through.
I've got it all here though. Chris is in apparently a very intense game of Carcassonne, so
That's nice.
he's going to be playing that. He might join us later on.
Okay, that's fair.
Anyway, so these are all heavy sick in M3As.
All right, see ya.
So the list I got from Robin is 4 M3As, a mixture of the old and new, but all named pilots.
Okay.
So
what's the highest pilot skill? You have?
8. So it's Sirisu.
It's Sirisu. Well, not surprised. It's nice to see Sirisu in there. She doesn't often get a lot of play.
And like I said, these are all heavy 6.
They're all heavy, so
Yep.
no lights at all.
Nope.
Okay. So Sirisu, what's she got? Adaptability or VI on them?
These are all tiny mind linked,
All the time mind linked.
but they're all obviously heavy sick ones. I don't know if you've got anything different for the heavy sick or not.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you got Sirisu.
Sirisu, yep.
I'll give you the pilots first before we go into it. Genesis Red.
Cool. M3-A. Genesis Red. Yep.
Quinn Jast.
Quinn Just. All the nice new ones, apart from Sirisu.
And of course, if you're saying that's the case, you know what the last one is.
Is it going to be Sunny Bounder?
No.
Oh, is that an Eldra?
Yes.
Okay. So all but Sunny Bounder's in play. So
Yep.
she's not so sunny today because she's been left out. But
So upgrade wise, so if we go back to Sirisu,
yeah, what's Sirisu got? So they've all got Mind Link.
Yes. I was going to say they're obviously all heavy 6. I don't know if you have anything for Quinn Jast and Aldra, but they are obviously all heavy 6.
Yeah.
They've got stuff on them. So...
And I'm not having a good day, it seems, because don't mention anything, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'm getting it sorted. So we've got the M3-A, we've got Genesis Red.
Yep.
With the heavy sick. It's surprising that he's got no light sticks, but I guess if you're going for a 6 swarm, you want to have that extra hull and don't want to give yourself the possibility of those crits.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's a handshake to get the game underway. So we've got the M3As on the left, and Dash Rendar, a prototype A-Wing, and Jan Ors, which I believe was VI from what I could quickly see of the list, on the right. So yeah, there's a few things I had to lend Max, and the base and the dial basically for 2400, and the dial for.
And they set up for a joust. I'm not sure if that's the right choice on both accounts, but we shall see.
Yeah.
Anyway, upgrades on Sirisu.
Sirisu, wrong way. They love it when phones don't play natural ball. A tiny mind link.
Is that 2 T's or?
Yes, ATTANNI.
Okay, yep, cool.
And obviously with the heavy sick.
Yep.
And Mangler cannons. Oh, sorry, Mangler cannon.
Mangler, is that consistent throughout the whole list?
Not all the way through, obviously, because you got Quinjast.
That's true. Good point, yeah. So what's Genesis Red got?
Genesis is exactly the same.
Okay, Genesis Red, exactly the same. So we're going to have a lot of crits coming through on this. Yep, a tiny mind link is in play.
And same goes for Inaldra.
Interesting. So we've got 3 ships exactly the same, but one does indeed have a different set of upgrades, which I assume is going to be Quinjast, who has the...
Yep. Quinjast has, rather than the cannons, has gone for proton torpedoes.
Proton torpedoes? You don't often see the standard proton torpedoes in play.
No, but we used to get... I swear, I looked at my folder the other day and I go... 1, 2, 3, 4,
I've got a lot of these.
Exactly.
Why don't they get used?
Exactly. Obviously, thematically, of course, you got quite a lot of them with like the X-wings and most of the Rebel stuff, actually. But Quinjast also has guidance ships.
Of course, because it's free, so why not?
Yeah. I haven't done a calculation on the point cost, though.
That's fine. We'll soon have to work that out. I can quickly put that in. But right now I'm focused on getting the overlay set up so our viewers can clearly see what's going on.
Yeah, if you do that, I will have a quick look at trying to do some quick maths because I can do that quite quickly.
Cool.
So it's all 2 points for the heavy 6, so it's 17, 18, 22, 40, 41, 42, 46, 46... 65, 66, 68, 72, 72, 92, 93, 95, 99.
99 points.
99.
So even with all that, he has an initiative bid.
Yeah.
Nice. So Veteran 6 Generals.
Yep.
And the final one is the Prototype Pilot, which is really just there as filler, but also to be annoying. Now, do you think the Arc Caster on the Outrider will come into play a lot in this game? Because it's a large base that can block very well, and it seems that Rob is flying in formation.
Well, obviously, because they've got a tiny mind link.
Yep.
If 1K turns, they're all going to get stressed.
That is true, yeah.
So, Max can use this to his advantage to shoot into range 1, use Kane and Jarvis to shoot right out of range, take the weapons disabled, to fire back up next turn to swing back in. I think that's the way he's going to have to play this.
Play it safe, do you think?
Yeah, go in, get a shot, turn round, spend a turn out, come back in, and go again. Because you're attacking every second turn.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I was saying earlier, Dash Rendar is the most manoeuvrable because of the fact if he can go across the asteroids, across debris, not taking any effects during the movement phase. The only exception, obviously, you've got Sirisu who could try and chase him down. But if you left yourself, obviously, out of range and on an asteroid, fine. Then move off the asteroid next turn. Get yourself back into range 1. It's going to be an interesting thing to see what happens here because, I look at the A-Wing, it's gone straight into range already.
Yeah, I don't know I think that's going to be one dead A-Wing very soon.
Yeah. If it was me, personally, I would hold that A-Wing back and the worst case scenario, run that very close to Dash to make it take the damage.
Yeah.
But, Max has built some crazy lists in the past we know of.
And he's completely wrecked house with them in the past, so...
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind was those Trandoshan slavers.
Oh, yes. Oh, nasty.
Was it in a... not Hangar Bay, Escalation, where he brought, was it 4 of them to the table in the end?
Yeah.
You think, oh, Trandoshan slavers, they're not much of a threat. They are when they all converge on each other. Or stick with each other, I should say. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So, Quinjast is target locking the A-Wing. So, So yeah, he's gone. What was it? Was that Genesis Red? Was that Genesis Red that just moved? Because he did a target lock, showing his ability, which Genesis Red would then get the focus and evade to match the A-wing.
Which is that one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is correct. Okay. The overlay's nearly there, which is just into firing range, and there goes Dash, just fitting perfectly there. It's worth that Robin does have the initiative because he has initiative bid, and then Gen upgrades. Yeah,
upgrade, yeah,
of course.
All Max really wants to do is get into range band 1 and keep outside that firing arc. The moment he's achieved both of those, he's on to an absolute winner.
But things can. He's getting out of arc.
Oh, hang on a minute. No, it doesn't matter. He rolls 4 dice, hits something. If that hit is successful, he can splash it onto an Aldra from here.
Yeah, and he can also. He's got a cannon. He doesn't have to worry about where he fires it. It's a turret.
The limit.
Push the limit. Yeah.
To focus, I believe.
Yes, I believe that's a focus. Now the question is, where's Jan going to go? She can't go very far, so she can't really support. I don't think she's going to be able to support at least an extra attack dice to dash. Who knows? Maybe, but I think it's unlikely.
Yeah. You kind of wish it could move a bit faster, unstressfully, because obviously. You from there you think, want to really do a 3 bank. Actually, all it needs to be is at range band 3. And at VI, you can go, I'll fire my primary just for fun, and then go from there. And with 9 num, he could actually have done a 4 straight.
Yes, that's true.
You know, I always say that you've got 2 things to look at here. Either, you go for Kane and Jarrus.
Right, first attack of the game. We've got a focus result.
Nah, I don't think Max is going to spend it on that. That's not worth his time and effort, unfortunately. So this is Sirisu going at the A-Wing. Oh, shoot.
I fear this A-Wing is no longer long Mangler cannon is not long for this world.
No, but it is 3v3.
Only a hit. Robin is spending the focus to get the conversion. Yeah,
with Sirisu around, though, they're going to be able to modify their defense dice.
There's 2 evades. They're fine. And yes, that does mean they can modify the defense dice.
So to re-roll their defense dice.
Yes.
So if it was me, actually, Max shoots at one of those that is slightly more weakened at range 1 and puts the splash damage onto Sirisu.
Get rid of the support. Yeah, I can see that. But at the same time, do you want to take out the support or take out the major damage?
You could do both at the same time.
That's true. There's nothing to say you
big
can't
hit
do that.
going into one of them, dealing at 1 or 2 damage.
Speaking of big hits, here comes a 3 hit there, which is on the poor A-Wing. Spending the focus, of course. And Max is hoping for at least 3 evades. He gets 3 licks of paint. I think he's done it. Yep, that's nothing.
That feels like the game I played against our dear friend Johnny yesterday. We had a game and he rolled 5 natural hits.
Here's the money shot. It's dash right onto Genesis Red right here. Yep, there's the Arc Caster card. And there's the Outrider card to clarify that, yes, I can shoot this outside of my arc.
Yep.
Because I'm out on the Outrider, so I can...
And then, hang on, is this range 3? Yes, it is. It becomes 5 dice.
So there we go, so 5 dice. Okay, he's pulled it off. There, Jan Ors. And just as he's doing that, we can pull the overlay up. There we go.
Yeah. So the game
Look at that, 5 dice.
The game I had yesterday against our mate Johnny, he had the Pilot Skill 6 TIE Striker.
Yeah.
And he rolled up with 5 dice, range band 1, got 5 hits against Fen Rao in arc. I got 5 evades.
That's
3.
That's 3. Not as much as he was hoping, but it's still 3. And there's 1 evade. There's 2 evades. Spent the evade. But could really roll it with Sirisu.
Yeah, it's probably worth. Yeah.
And next, there's an evade result anyway. Oh no, it's a focus, so he is spending the evade token to avoid the entire exchange. And unfortunately,
because the attack didn't hit, the Arccaster doesn't do any splash damage.
And also the Arccaster now must be recharged, which Dash is great running away, so he can very easily...
Well, he could quite easily sneak behind the whole of the M3As.
He very easily could.
You know, do like a big 3 hard or something.
The problem with that is he's done no damage output, although, to be fair, he's not taken any damage. It's actually been a very bad exchange. Although that could change. Could change very quickly, as it's now time for Quinn Jost to fire his proton torpedoes. And it's not range 1. Oh, that is Quinn Jost. Okay, so if I adjust this... So...
Yep, so Quinn's on the outside.
Quinn's on... There's a crit, there's a hit, and there's another hit.
Guidance chips.
Guidance chipped up to hit, that's 4 hits.
And then protons can do a... So, actually, protons do a blank to a hit, and then guidance chips the focus.
Yep. Very nice.
Come on, A-Wing.
Oh, that's... Oh. Spend the evade token to get...
Bye-bye shields.
3... Yeah, bye-bye shields. And... a shield, at least. Because he evaded 3, but 1. All but 1. So he got 1 shield taken off the A-Wing. That's not a bad exchange of fire.
4 hits. He had a evade and 2 blanks. He spent the evade token. Takes 2.
That's true. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
I spent a whole game at Euros trying to kill some A-Wings.
Hit crit there. Simple from range 1. So this could be the A-Wing's demise. And there's only one of A. That's the A-Wing's demise. The A-Wing is down. And it's now going to be very difficult for Max to make his money back.
This is the thing, though, actually. If, because the Hawk can just go, I'll do a 4 straight.
Yeah, Jan...
catch one of them out.
Jan can try and mess up their day very much.
Do a 4 straight, and then Sirius ends up blocking and everything else goes in front. Dash comes round the back.
Unfortunately, I think at this point Jan is... She's out there on her own, because Dash is going to want to run away and then recharge.
Yep.
But, look, I don't see Jan surviving. I really don't. Because she's got 4 M3As bearing down upon her, one of which has spent its torpedo, so it's only primary weapon, but they're only attacking with Mangler.
And the only way it's coming back would be to take an eye on Quinn?
Yeah. No, it's weapons disabled.
Weapons disabled.
Which means he couldn't fire, but I think he wants to concentrate fire on Jan to definitely kill her, because we're only 2 attack. I guess she's got 2 defense. So if they get range 1, they got the red dice advantage, which is more so because, as we all know, the dice clearly favour attack, needed defense.
Yeah.
I just don't see this doing... I mean, Dukes has pointed out he hates... Or Lithy says he hates having to put a Biggs in the list. And I agree that, yes, that may be a pain at times, but I don't think you have to have Biggs and in most circumstances. You can have him in some. It depends if you really want to stop damage going at something.
Yeah. So one of my takes on this was to put Dash Rendar with obviously sort of very similar setup to what Max has done here, but put Donny alongside. I'm not saying that because of obviously what won at Euros. But Donny with a couple of bombs, Donny can absolutely shift as well.
Oh, she can move.
And drop bombs all over the place to mess all them up, especially like dropping an ion right in the middle of that.
Yeah, this is the issue, that he couldn't just do a roll-up with a 4 forward and block because Jan moves last. Jan's the last thing to move.
Yeah.
Robin has the disadvantage that he doesn't know exactly where Jan's going to be. The thing is, that dial's very easy to predict.
Yeah.
Where's Jan going to be? Well, she's probably going to do a 2 bank to clear her straight, or 1 bank.
Remember 9 num, so he could do actually a 1, 2, 3, 4 straight.
Yeah, but I don't think think we want to roll up right there. Thank you, Rodin77, for following us.
I would say do a 4 straight. You're going to be out of arc of the one at the top of the board.
Yeah.
You're going to bump into another one. You only got 2 ships attacking you this turn.
Look at all that. Mind-linked and focused and evaded up everything. And, it's nasty. Well, everything except for...
I would have gone the other way, Max. I would have gone the other way and snuck right behind them. Because if you did a 3 hard and you just sat there, you're right behind them.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the first one to move was Inaldra, so she, of course, did a focus to then give focus to everyone else, and then they evade. So actually it makes Inaldra the weak link, but you really want to shoot at Ceresu.
Ooh, here's an idea. Actually, saying about putting Biggs there.
Yep.
You know, if you put Biggs there with a regen, if you ran Biggs just behind and you got no other viable target other than yourself and the enemy, you go, I'll just hit Biggs.
Yeah.
And I'll regen with Biggs.
The Arc Caster is now back online. The problem is it did nothing in the last exchange, and he's about to lose his buffing power with Jan, because Jan is not going to survive this joust here.
No.
Yep, there's a one bank, so she avoids the Arc of Inaldra, which is not too bad.
No.
But
you kind of wish with this though that there was like an engine upgrade to try and move further along. Then one against a Hawk and a and an M3-A,
well, I think,
only engaging one of them.
I think Vector Thrusters would have been a better use of the mod than Pulse Ratios. I think he threw it on there just so it could be in there and be used to display, your rebels can use this. But I think in this particular engagement, Vector Thrusters would have been better.
Yeah.
It would have given him a lot more distance. He could have at least get range 2. Okay, at least she gets to start with the dorsal turret. So she's got 3 dice attack at her choosing. So at least she does get to do some damage or something. But the question is, who does she shoot at? I don't. It's got to be either Genesis Red or Quinn Jast, I think. And I think it's Quinn Jast because there's 3 hits there. Oh, look at that! Look at that, masterful. 3 licks of paint. It's completely avoided.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter if he saw one blank. Yeah, you would have seriously just to re-roll it.
He fired at Inaldra, which was sensible because she had the least modifications, but she had the one mod she needed, which was a focus.
Yeah,
typical.
But with Sirisu around, even if with one blank, and focus and evade on the other 2, she could have effectively used Sirisu to re-roll.
Here comes Mangler cannon attacks from everyone except for, of course, Quinn Jast. There's 1 hit. That's a crit. That's not too bad. Okay, the Hawk can potentially avoid that. I say potentially.
It has.
It does.
The top definitely is.
Very good. Very good. So now we get Genesis Red onto Jan.
Yeah.
Ooh, got to spend the focus on that one.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. There's no other shot coming in.
Yeah,
you can spend whatever you like.
He doesn't care. I agree. You might as well spend it. It might go through. And it does.
Spend the focus. He hasn't got one.
It does go through. So that's 1 shield taken off Jan.
But he might be using pulse ray shields to regen it.
Yeah, but then Robin knows he's going 1 speed forward. So,
but could that be an elaborate double bluff?
It could be. It could be an elaborate double bluff. And there's a hit and a crit this time.
You kind of feel like if you had the points there, give.
Blank out. That's not what you wanted to see. Not with a crit in there either.
You kind of feel if you would, maybe a better use of Max's points would to try and find a way to get a.
It's a direct hit. Oh dear. So it's now down to one hull left. Ouch.
You think a better use for Jan would be to have a TLT. Should be faster to run away.
He's engaging pulse ray shields.
I can't see a reason why not here, to be fair, though. And the thing is, look at where they are right now.
At a point, he might even get blocked.
He might necessarily get blocked, but only one of them can K-turn.
They got 5k in there. They can easily
only one of them can K-turn.
That's true, because then
they all get stressed.
A tiny mind link. Yeah. Well, I don't think you do.
If you're going to do it, I would do it with Sirisu.
You don't do Quinn Jast because he's got no protons. You probably want him to recharge his protons.
Well, hang on a minute. Didn't he do that last turn because he took a weapons disabled? He did not shoot.
Yeah, but look at that. He doesn't have. He's not flipped him face up, so I can only assume he has not done that. You can see the card right there, still face down.
Okay.
So I think the thing is he wanted to be able... Because there were 3 attacks that came his way, and Inaldra was out of arc. So clearly he wanted to make sure Quinn could fire with the primary, which is what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's the thing, is that it's a wise choice that you shouldn't always
never do it until you're looking like you are going to 110% clearly go over.
If you're not going to have an attack, you might as well. You might as well do it if you're not going to have your own attack. That's when I say you do it with Jast. I don't have anything in arc, I might as well do it now.
Yeah. So obviously we know where the Hawk's going.
Clearly one forward, but the question is, will it bump? Well, depends where things move. I mean, I suppose if Genesis Red does a 2-turn, it might force the Hawk to bump. It does mean the Hawk loses its action.
But it does get to shoot first.
It does get to shoot first. The problem with that is his dash is probably going to very quickly shift you up the board and make life difficult for those.
Yeah, do
M3As.
a hard turn to the left. Use the engine upgrade to get very close to that asteroid.
Or of course, if they simply K-turn, he could just boost forward and
I'd say definitely a hard maneuver to the left. See where things are set up. And just see where things are pointing at.
Personally, I wouldn't want to take a boost. I want to see if I'd push the limit, but I think I want to get as max mods as I can. Focus, target lock. Of course, if you're not in range, then you might as well go for the boost. But
yeah, if nothing else is coming your way, though, there is no harm in target locking.
I mean, the advantage is, with Robin having initiative, he knows, I think, where Genesis Red is going to be. So
he's brought Inaldra on the hard here.
Ah, interesting.
So he's splitting these up. So this one might be going long. So this is a 3. Could possibly be K turn.
I don't think it's a K turn.
There's 3 or 5 K turn, and it is a 3 K turn.
Okay, so that's her doing the K. Who's doing the green to clear their stress? Well, that would mean Genesis Red and
They've all got to focus,
Sarasu.
though. That is the bare minimum.
That's true. Now, the M3A. The M3A's dial is not...
It's not bad, but it's not great.
No, it's 2 and 1 banks are green. So a 1 forward, there's a 1 bank.
Straight.
So he's blocking the Hawk.
Yep.
Which is a wise move, I think.
And then go for an evade as well. Might as well.
It also means that Genesis Red will have a shot on dash, which is nice.
Oh, and this is interesting as well, because obviously he's going to block.
Yep.
He's put...
one hard turn from Sarasu there.
They're all going to have shots on Jan.
Yep. I don't know about that. I think that you might find Sarasu is actually out of arc. But of course, it was too early. And Dash moves first.
So from looking at where this is, you really want to be probably on the left.
I'd be so tempted.
I'd
be so tempted to do a one bank boost there. Oh, he's doing a 1 forward boost. I guess. I think he's definitely at range 1 of Quinjast, but I don't know about Genesis Red. If he could fire at Genesis Red, he could then shove that damage onto Sarasu. Yeah.
It's just a question of where you're going to shove this damage to.
Yep, and there goes the Hawk.
Yep. It's a shame in a way that obviously Jan shoots first with the least amount of mods.
Yeah, but at least Jan gets to shoot at a target and maybe token strip for dash. So that's an advantage. He's going for Sarasu, because Sarasu's the only one who doesn't get defense modifications. Wise choice, but it might mean that Dash misses his attack.
And there's no evade because he's still stressed.
Yep.
Also, she's still stressed.
There's a 2 focus, nothing there. Can't do anything. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. It's also one of those things, if obviously you had Ray on there, for example, you could have gone slow and bring her in. Yeah,
Sarasu just get an attack because of course the Hawk moved. So here we go, Mangler cannon. So there's a crit coming in here, which is not going to be good for the Hawk.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, it's a 3 dice primary at range 1.
Well,
the only thing you're going for is that
spreading the focus. And there's a hit and a crit that can kill the Hawk if it's a very unlucky roll here.
Yeah, need to see 1 evade.
Nothing. That's blank out, and that's a dead Hawk.
Again, that was a natural dice roll was 3 dice, so he didn't necessarily need to do that.
Yes.
The critical would only be effective if obviously he got through the shield. Any card he took through the shield will then be dead.
Well, I think it's GG for Rebels at this point.
Effectively what Robin needs to do is to think 1 turn ahead. Block dash 1 turn, get some shots in. Then the next turn go, I can sit at range 2.
Well, that's only 1 crit. That's not too bad. Evaded. Very neatly. Okay, here's the money shot. Here's what Max really needs. He's measuring... Yes, he can shoot either with the Arccaster.
Then you've got to think of what's at range 1 between.
He's going for Quinjast. I think because he's realised that that's the dangerous one.
Well, they're all dangerous.
Protons have a bit more dice, so I think that's why he's
and
doing
they work
it.
better at further range.
Yeah.
You'd have to roll absolutely 110% perfectly and a blank out by Robin to kill it.
There's a hit crit in there. He doesn't have a target lock. Oh, no, it's a focus, so he spent the focus for 3 hits. Unfortunately, that's going to need a perfect roll, or at least focus. And unfortunately, that's a cocked dice. That's a blank, so something is going through.
Range 1.
Yes, Ceresu's... Oh, no.
No, just out.
So it is going to be the 2 dice through to a Quinjast, who loses his shield.
And then using the other side of it to
shoves
deal the
damage through to Eneldra.
Or attempt to. The point was at number 4.
Yes, so Eneldra loses her shield as well. Okay, so you're taking 2 shields off. Wonderful. Unfortunately, there's a lot more coming at you.
Yeah, but you think of where this is coming right now. If they both had pulse ray shields,
they could recover that.
They could easily recover that.
Quinn, not really. Eneldra possibly should want to do a 1 forward. Thing is, they wouldn't clear their stress. That's the issue. So there's no benefit from the mind link.
No, but obviously, like I was saying, one of them just needs to do the focus.
2 hits. Hit turning to a crit because of Mangler Cannon. And Dash rolls 1 of 8. So Dash loses a single shield. And at this point, it's looking like it's going to be an uphill struggle for Mac. He's just got too much coming at him. He's not being able to shove damage through onto anything.
Yeah, this is where at this point I'd be preferring to have like a lone wolf Dash.
Yeah,
because you get had a blank on that evade result. He could have got another evade on there.
See, this is why I wish I could get Jamie, my boss, to invest in a remote control camera to kind of zoom in on that section of the board. Just go in on there. But okay, Robin's having a think. I think he's concerned about maneuvers that he needs to pull off and knowing which one needs to clear stress when and what action that needs to be done.
I think, obviously...
That's the thing, Chris. He's really strongly pushed damage through. I think getting Dash away from the initial engagement, while it might have saved Dash, it meant that not a lot of damage was getting pushed through.
You think of where things are now, even if the M3As just bump themselves a little bit...
Yeah.
All it takes is obviously, you think where the dials are. So they've all got quite a few nice little turns they could do here.
Thing is, they're in a very great position here because they know that Dash cannot shoot them back.
Exactly.
So Dash wants to get in a position where he cannot be shot at, which is going to be very hard with 4 ships that can potentially turn their arcs to make sure that all arcs are covered.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this could be Max's undoing.
I agree.
What he did by putting that pulse ray shields there was then saying, you know exactly where I'm going here.
Yeah.
What I would have done, would be to try and speed away and do focuses for a few turns to try and keep it alive, limp it out of the combat, regen the shield, and come back in again.
I just don't think it would have. I don't think it would have affected the long game really.
No, but obviously it keeps him alive for a little bit longer. Sorry, keeps her alive for a little bit longer. I do apologise. But
hey, to be fair, Chelsea, Max has been doing quite well on streams lately, so he's due for a loss. No disrespect to Max, he's a very good pilot, but he is really good at his games, isn't he?
Yeah,
he pulls out some very unusual lists. Just today, this one doesn't work.
So does Robin.
That's true. Robin is Robin is probably our champion at this point because he's won 2 events.
He's won
the Wojtek Invitational.
Yeah. He's won both Wojtek Invitationals. He's won a couple of other main Athena events during the year. Yeah,
he's made SFs work. Everyone knows that he's very good at SFs.
And as a claim to fame, Robin's the Farndon special was actually used by Michael Maggs in a hangar bay at Euros.
Well, there's a bump there from Genesis Red, which is not too difficult because he still gets his focus.
Yep.
Ah. And we've got a bump. So at least one shot is not coming Max's way.
But there's still...
Kanan Jarrus does allow him to lose the stress, though. However...
what was that manoeuvre anyway? Was it like one bank?
Oh, one bank.
It's green.
That is true. Or it could, actually, maybe it was a 3 bank. Maybe he did a 2, but I don't know. But
Yeah, if it was a 1 bank, it is green.
Point is, he's kind of lost it at this point.
Yeah, he's got 2 ships kind of hit him this turn.
Yeah.
He's got no focuses.
And there's Sarasu.
Greens.
There's Sarasu going in for a bank there.
Yeah, these are all going to... These 2 shots are with 3 dice.
Yeah.
So that's 6 dice incoming against 2 of A dice unmodded.
There's the Artcaster being flipped face up, because he's got weapons disabled, so he can't fire. Quinjast is also taking a weapons disabled.
Because obviously, you know...
He's not got a shot, might as well. He gets his proton torpedoes back.
Yep. So I think from here, looking at where things are going, I would probably want to maybe play Quinn as a blocker this next turn.
First attack. 2 hits.
So hitting a crit,
Hitting a
using
crit.
Mangler.
Oh, what a bait.
Yet again, Lone Wolf would have been a nice thing to have had there.
Yeah, but I don't know. Push limit gives you a lot of good action.
I know, it
economy.
doesn't really buy into the dash ideology there, really, does it? You know, you want him to go fast. You want him to go through stuff and
Next
terrorize.
attack. That's hitting a crit, so that's 2 crits.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, shields are at least there, so they're not going to have much of an effect.
Yet again, another Lone Wolf potential ability there. So it looks like actually dash is down to 1.
Oh, okay, we missed damage somewhere, but there we go. Down to 1 damage left. 1 shield left, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... You just look at the 2 sides. I don't see this going Max's way. No way.
He's basically got to hit at a 2-to-1 ratio.
He's got to make... If he wants any chance, he has to shoot and kill an M3-A next turn and do damage to another one.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. But with all the evades and all the modifications, with a tiny mind link, that's not happening, I think. Because, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Chris Neal says, Lone Wolf is a Marmite upgrade, I feel. I do agree that it's... Do you mean in terms of what ships to put it on, or whether you want to use it at all?
You know, for me, I obviously love using it on my 2400. I love running it on Lebo.
Yeah.
Lebo normally survives to the end of the game.
I'll be honest, I've never used it personally. Not that I don't want to use it, I just never had found a use for it, really.
You know, like I said, on the 2400, I use it on Lebo. He's a great endgame finisher, and it can be used on his attack and any number of defences. I played a game against Max a couple of weeks back, and you know, it just did enough to keep Lebo alive. He turned 1 evade into 2 evades, and it was just that keeping it going.
Audio Weasel. The saying is, with Marmite, it's kind of a spread of here. What would you say it is? What is it? I don't know.
The phrase of Marmite, you either love it or hate it.
Yeah, it's a spread over here, but what is it made of? Do you know what its ingredients are?
I know there's yeast somewhere involved, but I can't remember the whole list of stuff. But it is one of those love and hate kind of...
Yeah. Marmite is made from yeast extract, a byproduct of beer brewing. Other similar products include Australian Vegemite, the Swiss Schnevos, and German Vitam R. So yeah, it's made from a yeast extract. And some people use it as a spread. Some people... And it's, again, as David says, you either love it or hate it. So when we say it's Marmite, it's you either love it or you hate it. It's a saying we have here in Brit.
Yeah.
Good old Britain.
You know, and... You know, I love Lone Wolf on Lebo. Yeah, that was what just kept me going all game.
If you can't explain it, you shouldn't eat it. I agree. I actually don't like Marmite, so...
And we'll counteract by saying I love it.
So there you go. There you go.
Marmite booth. But, you know... I love Lone Wolf. It's a good upgrade. For those who normally put Predator on stuff.
Robin's having a hard from here with his dial, and even Max. Oh no, Max has put his down, but it is in a scum covering.
It's my dial
because it's your dial. Yes.
You know, from where it's looking here, I would as the one to do the K turn this turn, I would probably use Genesis Red.
Maybe. You see, I actually would turn Genesis and use him to block a 3 bank by good old Dash Render.
Because if it was also me, I would have actually, if I was Robin, given Max the initiative. Because Genesis Red could Tiger Lock Dash and get a focus out of it.
Is this I don't think they can do sloops. So here's a bank, I think. Yep, it's a bank from Enaldra.
All Robin needs to do is actually just keep them out of range
Yeah,
just keep him out of range 1 for a turn.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to
split them up, come back round, and then converge, and you can just sit at range band 2,
because don't forget,
band 3.
Dash's only attack is with the arc caster. And that means that if there's no other ship in range 1, he must take the damage himself, and that's going to lead to probably Dash Rendar killing himself potentially.
Yep.
Next one to move is Quinn Just, who is moving
also doing a 2 bank.
Yeah, also doing a 2 bank. So I think everything is aiming to get the hell out of the way.
But if it was me, like I said, I'd probably do a 5k with Genesis. That will definitely keep him out of range.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so quickly onto another topic, David. Next Thursday is a Star Trek Attack Wing event. Can I convince you to take part?
I'm getting awfully close to my next exam, Elliot. So
that's fine. I was more looking for a joking there, but fair enough.
But yeah, no, I've...
good luck with your exam.
I hope so as well. I've got a couple of weeks 2 or 3 weeks to try and
I believe it's a K-turn with Genesis here. Yes.
No, it's a 4 straight.
Yes.
4, not 5.
Yeah.
K-turns at 3 or 5.
But it's still splitting the ships up. Depending on where Ceresu ends up, of course.
Ceresu, you think would love to run in just the middle of, well, basically where Dash is now.
If he can get next to an Ultra, I don't think Dash will have range. So, yeah, I think the only attack Dash will have is on Quinn Just, personally.
There you go, here's a 3 bank.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was me, I would use Push the Limit to barrel roll and then focus and sit right next to... Quinn.
You couldn't fit there. No disrespect. I don't think you could fit there. It'd be tight.
Top edge to back edge.
Yeah.
On the near side.
Actually, maybe you could fit there.
Yeah, it would be tight, granted, but
I don't think you can make it. I think the halfway point of the base.
Because if Ceresu falls short, which is exactly what's happening here.
Okay, this... Rob, it's still be...
No. It was a good thing, actually, Max didn't push here, because, look, he's at range 1 of something.
Yeah.
He is definitely there, and he hasn't had to push to get there.
That bump could actually cost Ceresu a shield, potentially.
But this is 4 against 3. If there's any blanks on here, they're Robin's friend right now.
There's no blanks on them, and there's a focus, so yeah, there's 4 hits. Wow, it's going through. The question is how much is going through. You kind of
wish Genesis took an evade then.
That's a
Ceresu?
It's Ceresu reroll, yeah. An evade focus, so
now you wish
and there's evade. So
Quinn took an evade.
So that's 1 going through onto Quinn. So Quinn is actually taken down to...
Because if there was an evade there, that attack wouldn't have gone through either.
Yeah.
So this is... I wouldn't be surprised at hitting Ceresu.
No, I think that's the only viable target, to be fair.
Yep,
there we go. So, okay, he's starting to do something, but I think... And to be fair, he's got a great position to run here. He can just do...
none of them are going to be able to K-turn to get a shot off this turn.
But I still think he's got too much coming at him to be able to bring this back. Although I might be surprised. We might be surprised again.
Effectively, he's going to have to use his speed here to sit at range band 1 of something outside of arc.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to try and evade a lot here.
Well, I think he wants to run for range right now, get your arc caster charged back up, come back, get into range 1 of something, and then just pound it into the ground.
Well, my thoughts. So you've got...
pound it into asteroids.
Yeah. So an Aldra is probably going to come round the asteroid.
Yeah.
Ceresu probably wants to keep close, so might be following a little bit behind. Genesis, I'd probably turn left on a 1 or 2 hard, swing it round the angles.
Well, normally it would, Chris. The difficulty is the fact that they're rolling 3 defense dice, and they get defense rerolls from Ceresu, and of course the tiny mindlinked means they're focused up usually to then get modifications.
And like I was saying, if Quinn had an evade there, that attack would not have gone through.
But the thing is, it is what it is.
Yeah. Because what actually did the focus to trigger the whole stuff off? Because obviously an Aldra could have done it. She wasn't bumped.
Speaking of an Aldra, she's turning in, as you say. 2 turn.
I don't know where I'd put Quinn though.
Yeah, I mean a 5k probably would land you past an asteroid.
But then you are running the risk.
You are running the risk.
You do have a nice 3 straight to get you back past and probably not clip. Yeah, if you don't clip it one way, you ain't going to clip it on the way back.
No, he's doing a 1 hard, it seems. Trying to get a torpedo shot off, most likely.
So looking at where this is, at the moment, it looks like they could, distance from here is a bit iffy.
It's also noteworthy that there is a target lock onto Queen Just from Dash Rendar for future round.
So it looks like, maybe... Well, here comes a barrel roll. Now, this is just to mess things up.
Thing is, I also
think... He split them up.
Yeah, he split them up.
That is...
Which is wise. That's what you do against something with an arc caster. You split up your forces. Now, if Dash could fire with his primary, his 2S primary, no problem. But the problem is...
He's locked down.
He's locked down. He has to. So, and that's the problem with having the Outrider and an arc caster on Dash. Yes, it's cheap. Very cheap. But it means... a bold play. I think... Actually, that's very smart, because proton torpedoes are not range 1. They're range 2 to 3. So he has taken a range 1 shot, but he might actually get the benefit from that, actually.
Yeah, but at the same vein, he's going to take a damage to deal a punch shot, which could kill Quinn.
He can't do it. He can't shoot, because he's got his... He had to shoot last time. He must re-enable his...
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
His charge.
So where's he going to go?
I don't know.
Personally, if it was me, I'd like to try and barrel roll backwards and do a 1 bank boost. 1 bank boost to the left.
He could barrel backwards, actually, and that wouldn't be too bad.
That way you've got yourself out of at least 3 shots there. But this seems like you're trying to buy time.
He's doing it. He's buying time, which I think is not an unwise move. He's barrel rolling. That's actually quite a wise move. Depending on where Ceres is going.
So push the limit to focus, I think, is the best option here.
No, don't. I don't push... Actually, no, you might as well, because you can always clear it.
Yeah, you ain't going to K-turn. Every other manoeuvre on there is at least white.
Yeah. Oh. That could have been...
No shots.
No shots. Interesting. This game has suddenly gotten very interesting.
It's got very, very tactical.
The question is, does he want to barrel roll Sarasu to get her away from her pal for the future rounds? Yes, he does. He is starting to split them up now.
But you're then going to use Quinn as the thing that you want to die?
Yeah.
That seems very... Well, I would...
Ooh, could he make a hard 1 turn in that thing?
On the 2400?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
1 hard left.
Yeah, but would he end up on the tip of the asteroid?
No.
There? It'd be risk.
Think of what happens with the 1 hard on the last ship.
It pivots on its corner, I know, but it looks really close. I wouldn't want to call it.
Doesn't matter with Dash, does it?
He ignores obstacles. He can then barrel off it.
Barrel and boost away from it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, that might. Robin might not see that coming. Actually,
the only problem is he's got to pick his shots carefully.
At this stage, I think it's pretty safe to assume that Robin's going to try and make sure that none of the splash damage can hit him.
Exactly.
So he'll have to just go for it. His main thing is he wants punch now.
Yes.
The problem is the target locks on Quinn Just.
Yeah, but you've still got to push the limit.
That's true, but then you can't modify your position.
True, but you could use push the limit to...
Thank you, AK-47 Win, for following us.
But at the same vein, you've got, push the limit, so you could barrel or boost.
Yeah.
And then target lock or focus. So you get at least 1 mod and a reposition. You get one and the other.
Chris Neal says, I don't think the arc caster works on the 2400. Better on a ship which can fire normally and use arc when situation allows.
Or put it on a 2400
without the Outrider.
Without the Outrider.
Yeah.
So, you go in there going...
3k from Quinn Just here.
Yeah. That's...
And he has got a target lock on poor Dash. So if Dash is in the arc at range 2 to 3, then that's a proton torpedo shot. Of course, he could just turn 1 hard and go face to face with Quinn Just.
but you don't know where Quinn is going to go because Quinn moves first again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could quite easily sit there and potentially block that.
Yeah.
You know, where these things are right now, you wish Dash didn't take any damage while in the activation phase and was able to shoot off the asteroid. Oh, if he's blocked Sirisu. No, it's bumped.
I saw a bump there. I saw that move, yeah.
But yet again, if he has now blocked Sirisu, if he's sorry, it's not Sirisu, is it? It's Inaldra. So he's bumped Inaldra.
He's bumped Inaldra.
If Sirisu comes anywhere near, of course he can't hit. But he could do it the other way round, try and hit Sirisu. But that is borderline range. That is borderline range.
I think the only thing you can hope for is... No, oh, it's run to attack phase now, so... Nope, that's not happening. But
He's at least going to roll Mangler. But it would be nice to have checked range, obviously, so you can actually see that.
Oh, that's hit a crit from Sirisu right onto a Dash.
Blank
and Dash blanks out, so Dash takes a hit
Shield
and then a crit.
And a crit.
By the way, we were...
Blinded Pilot? Looks Blinded Pilot.
It looked like Blinded Pilot to me as well, so that means that Dash is moving first. That's not what Dash wants. He wants to make sure that...
No, Blinded Pilot is you can't shoot.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, that's true. Which immediately takes effect because of... Yeah, well, after Genesis Red, of course. An evade.
Yeah, again, another Lone Wolf opportunity.
That's direct hit.
This is game right now.
By the way, everyone, if you haven't watched last night's games, which they'll be up on YouTube soon, direct hit mania last night. I think nearly every crit card was drawn in both games was direct hit.
Yep.
It was absolutely crazy.
In one game, a Fire Spray took 3 direct hits and blew up in the board in one turn.
Spoilers, man. Spoilers for people not watching it.
Sorry. But there were 2.
There's a range one shot from onto Quinn Jast here. He's taking the damage on himself, but I think...
So it wasn't Blinded Pilot then?
No, it wasn't. Clearly not. Actually, yeah, it's not because there's Max's dice. So yeah, come on, Blinded Pilot. So 4 dice. He wants to try and kill something this game, and we're not winning.
Here comes the target lock.
That's true. We've got a target lock. So it's a hit and a crit. Can he get another couple of hits on there? Blank and a focus. Evade. Job's a good one.
Yeah.
And now Quinn just fires back at Dash Rendar with 2 dice, 3 dice, range 1, 3 hits. Blank out would kill Dash. Only one evade would kill Dash.
Evade, so yeah.
And it's game because there's Dash Rendar dead.
Wow, that was
brutal.
That was brutal, explosive, and
look at that. A total of 4, a net of 4 damage done across the left-hand side of the board there. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, probably could have been stunned Pilot.
Could have been. It definitely did say Pilot, didn't it? It wasn't anything else. It was either stunned or Blinded Pilot. Yeah, that was a total...
That's crazy. That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Absolutely crazy. Well, that was that game, and let's stop the clock there because that was 27 minutes.
27 minutes left on the round.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Elliot, but there's obviously a few ideas that I had about some of the stuff. So, would it be an idea to go through some different...
Yeah, go on.
Look at this build?
Theory craft, yeah, go
on. So, the first thing that came to mind from the Scum point of view was running PS5 with tiny mind links. So, you can get 3 Tinsari Point veterans with Pulse Ray Shield, the Heavy Sick, and the new cannon. Trying to remember what the name of the cannon is. I should know this now because it's been
the
going on.
Arccaster.
The Arccaster.
Yeah.
And put Kato Lichos with Scavenger Crane and what's the 3-point missile? Or is it a 3-point missile? I can't remember what it is. All for bang on 100 points, and obviously they're all a tiny mind link, so when Kato takes the second focus...
Advanced Heavy Missile or Ion Pulse Missiles, Proton Rockets?
I don't think Protons would be most useful, obviously, because of that'd only give it 4...
No, it gives it 5.
4 hit.
3 evade. 3 evade. 3 agility. That's 5 attack
No.
dice.
On the Z95.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, still 4. That's not bad. Could be better. But...
I kind of think advanced homings because you just push that damage through.
No, I agree. I think that's the best
You
thing.
do a Tiger Lock as your action. They've all tiny mind linked, and you can steal a focus off a buddy at the start of the combat phase. So one of them does a focus, triggers everything. The other M3s do their evades. Kaito does target lock and moves a focus at the start of the combat phase. Have 2 focuses and a target lock. Or could potentially actually take one of the evade tokens.
Potentially. Interesting options. I like what the CROC offers.
Yeah.
It's brought Scum some options, and I do agree. Actually seeing how very powerful the list was, which maybe Max's list is not amazingly great, which in that case, it'd be worth seeing what those 4 M3As could do against a meta list, as it were, or a more powerful list.
Yeah.
Rather than a gimmicky list.
Yeah.
But I still think if it's as powerful in normal games as it is in that gimmick game, then we'll see Scum have a lot more options. As Robin said, probably means a lot less large ships looming around for Scum, which is nice. Especially with hired guns coming out, it means we'll get some Star Viper fixes as well, which we will be doing an unboxing of that whenever it's released.
I'll definitely try and make sure I'm available to come in for that because we did the little brief chat about what we know from the preview.
Yeah, well, I've heard rumblings from... I mean, the new wave should be out either in August or July. I've heard rumblings of maybe late July, but to me, Gen Con, they usually release things at Gen Con, so August, who knows? But soon. And we will do an unboxing for those as soon as we get our hands on them. Literally, release date, same for the unboxing as the C-Rock. Release day, we'll be up here doing an unboxing, and we'll have a demo game, and that will be a demo game that the viewers decide on what is played, because, of course, 3 factions. We'll get to decide.
We'll do the whole each commentator with 3 lists.
3 lists, and I'll probably post a list a week before the event.
Yep.
So that then people can
well.
vote for that, and then see what we have on stream.
Yeah. That seems sort of fair. I need to remind myself of what's going to come out in the next wave because I haven't been paying attention to that very much.
Anyway, we should actually move on. We better sign off for the night.
Yep, we're a bit earlier than the normal here.
It was a quick
game.
It
Really
was a quick
as well,
game.
anyway.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining us this evening. Obviously, this will also be going up in parts, presumably. So
this will be going up entirely, possibly tonight or tomorrow.
Yep.
So you'll be able to watch the unboxing and the game back on YouTube within a few hours.
Yep.
The first match from yesterday will be going up tomorrow.
Yep.
And the second game will go up next Wednesday in our off week.
Yep.
And of course, we're back here on the 21st for our second flight night of the month. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'd be nice and interesting, to go through stuff again. I would obviously love to be in the booth for that as well because we're getting closer and closer to our store championships.
Yes, store championships, 15th of July, and you can tune in on the 15th of July. It will be me, David, and Hedge in the booth giving commentary for what will probably be 12 hours or more. But we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah, we might have to sort of do it in little shifts. So one of us nips in, one of us nips out as the day goes on as well to try and give us
we'll see what
a rest and
recoup.
But,
we'll see what we can work out.
I've done 12 hours before. I could easily do it again.
Me too. I think if we make sure we can keep each other refreshed, we should be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough from me. My name's Elliot Bacon. I've been joined by David Lincoln. And of course we had Robin and Max for Robin Farndon and Max Bull for the unboxing.
Yep.
And of course for the stream game, which you guys just saw. So thank you all for joining us. We'll see you all next time. Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.